It's impossible to talk about Reece without smiling and choking up a little bit.
One that comes to mind is independent. Even though she requires some assistance, she doesn't want it.
She's perfect. She's an angel. She makes our job so easy.
She gives off this feeling of like peace and love and joy. When you meet Reece, you just absolutely love her. She's resilient. She's been through a lot.
Reece has a rare genetic disorder, which causes very low muscle tone, weak muscle tone, but that doesn't stop her from getting around.
Her diagnosis is very rare. It's called diploid-triploid mosaicism. So some of her chromosomes at conception tripled and some did not. So she has normal and abnormal cells within her. She's currently G-tube dependent. She's nonverbal.
So a G-tube or a gastrostomy tube is a tube that goes straight into the stomach, and so we can put food directly in there. She was born at 3 pounds and 10 ounces. So even before she was born, she was up against some pretty big obstacles. The seizures, she can't communicate if those cause her fear or pain in any way or discomfort. She's still not crawling, she's still not walking, standing on her own, those sorts of things. So we found out when Reece was in utero, we went in for our anatomy scan thinking we were just gonna get cute little pictures of baby, find out the gender, and instead we left being referred to UC Health MFM department.
I hate to say it, but you look and you're like, oh man, like, where do we this was supposed to be such a happy day, and now like we have the gender in an envelope, like we don't know what's next. There were just so many unknowns, as you can imagine.
We were devastated, heartbroken, scared, angry, all the things. Initially, they thought that she was not going to be viable with life. So we lived several weeks thinking that we were going to miscarry her. We found out that she was going to be viable with life, but she was going to have lots of complications. We saw geneticists to help us be a little bit more prepared, although her diagnosis is so rare that there's very little information about what to expect.
That I believe one of the doctors looked it up and they said, yeah, I could only find maybe 30 documented cases of this in the world.
And I remember just sitting in the living room thinking, we're never going to be able to leave the house. This is unbelievable. There's no one that's ever going to be able to do this. This is way too big of a job. We knew we needed something, we just didn't know where or who. And a good friend of mine, I remember her telling me about Easterseals Redwood and how it impacted her Uncle Gary's life.
And of course, my thought process was, there's no way. They're not going to be able to have someone take care of her feeding tube. And then with so many unknowns about what could her diagnosis look like, what other things are going to present itself later on down the road.
Now here I am with a child who has special needs, and now I'm looking for something exactly like Easterseals Redwood. They were just ready. They made it seem like it was a small problem. Their confidence that they exuded was so powerful in that moment. We felt so comfortable and just listened to, and we knew right away, this is where Reece needs to be.
Children who have diagnoses such as Reece, they can't go to a typical child care center. They just can't.
I think Redwood does an amazing job at not only individualizing and specializing in very unique care and treatment and just interactions, they also are very inclusive and generalized too. And they allow for opportunities for her to be engaged as much as she wants.
I just think she'll continue to thrive and be more like a typical child and succeed in more ways than people thought she could.
That peace of mind, bringing Reece to daycare every day, and just having the skilled RNs on staff who just know what to do and how to communicate that in a very empathetic and genuine way. They're happy to see her, and she's happy to be there, and we're receiving that peace of mind every single day that she is being taken care of, and she's happy, and it's just priceless. She is a fighter, and the strength that she has within herself just empowers me to continue to keep fighting.